Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather, and it's been a while since we've done one of these videos. Today we're going to look at some custom made-to-order wallets that our customers have spec'd out and we've made for them. Right now we're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks to have any custom order, and we're expecting that lead time to get significantly longer the closer we get towards the holidays here. So if you're looking to get a custom-made wallet, definitely let us know what your dream wallet is. You can email us your specs to info@ashlandleather.com. I have a ton of amazing things that I'd like to show you today, but we're going to go from light to dark because I just couldn't pick a favorite stunner to start with. Let's start off with some Western natural latigo. If you're not familiar with the latigo from Horween, this is a combination tanned leather, meaning that it was chrome tanned with a vegetable retannage. With chrome tanning, you get a very resilient and durable leather. And then with vegetable retanning, you sort of get the best of both worlds where that veg tends to have a little bit more dramatic aging properties. So the Western natural latigo here, I'm expecting this to get a little bit darker on the peaks of the texture and retain that light color for the valleys. Up next is the Frank the Enforcer card holder. This one has been modified slightly with 2 card slots on the front like normal, but we also have the 2 card slots on the back. Frank the Enforcer has also this middle card slot, which is intended to be used for folded cash, and the customer has decided to spec this one out with what we call the skip stitch. And if this is new vocabulary for you, the skip stitch means that we've just left one side unstitched, and this should allow more easy access for cash on the inside. This one is Tony the Ant, but this is our new version. This is our normal bill slot on the back side, but we have vertical 8 slots for the interior. There's actually 6 vertical slots with 2 hidden card slots underneath. And then the last of the Western Natural, this is also the same vertical 8 slot Tony the Ant, except this is the tall Tony the Ant, so you can really see the difference on the exterior. Both of these have a bill slot, but the tall Tony the Ant, we have the bill slot extended all the way up to the top. Up next here is our Lucky wallet, and this is designed with a flap closure that goes over the top. If you want to take a look in the Ashland Leather Patina Masters group, over on Facebook, we've got a great group of people that are showing how their Lucky wallets are wearing in. They wanted to see how the flap stays closed by itself because right now it doesn't stay closed easily by itself, but with normal use, you will see this flap lay down, and people's experience over there, it seems like it takes about a week of wear to get this flap to lay over the front. Up next is a fun one. I haven't seen this in a while. This is official baseball glove leather from Horween Leather Company in the caramel color. Now, believe it or not, this leather in my hand for this Bugs Moran was used very commonly for catcher's mitts gloves in professional settings. And the reason that this was used is apparently it had a very threatening sound when the ball hit into the leather. So catchers really liked this leather for intimidating the hitters, but it also happens to be a really beautiful shade. Nice caramel color, a little bit of yellowy orange and tan. And look on the inside, we've got some more of that same leather. Up next is another Bugs Moran natural shell Cordovan on the outside, and on the interior, we've got single card slots on each side. This is the vertical version of the Bugs Moran. We also have the hidden card slots underneath. Here's another natural Western texture, but this time it is in natural shell Cordovan. So you can see a little bit more luster, a little bit more smooth and more glassy when compared to that natural latigo that we looked at earlier, but you will still get that dramatic patina development just with normal use on this guy. Here's a look at the interior where we have more of the Western natural shell. Now this is a special wallet because I don't think we've done too many with 100% Western shell because we need naturally thin pieces of shell Cordovan for all the insides of the Johnny the Fox. Another great natural shell Cordovan piece here. This is our Traveler passport holder, natural shell Cordovan. We've got a contrasting blue color stitching going along the outside of this wallet. And on the interior, we have reverse natural shell Cordovan, also with that contrasting blue stitch. There's a large flap on the inside right where we've designed this to fit your passport. And then on the left, we have 2 card slots for your travel cards. Here's one that's done me, although I've seen this leather a few times. I'm actually looking at a bundle of it right in front of me. So if you want a Western English tan wallet, we do have some of that leather available. This is another passport holder. This is what we call the Traveler passport holder in Western English tan Dublin. Getting into some more stunners. My favorite shell Cordovan color here, color number 4 shell Cordovan. I'm going to rotate this around so you can see the range of color that you can expect from color 4 shell Cordovan. You can see at this angle, it's a little bit lighter. And as I spin it around to this angle, it's significantly darker. That's sort of the fun parlor trick we like to play with the shell Cordovan. So color 4 is a medium brown with reddish undertones. On this wallet, we have a natural waxed and burnished edge, and then vertical card slots on the interior with a reverse interior. Total stunner here. Check out the epic splatter on this reverse ultraviolet, I believe, on the interior. And this is really cool looking. Love the look of that one. We have a 13-year stamp, which we're offering for this year. At the end of December 2024, we will no longer make the 13th anniversary stamp. So if you want one of those, we can definitely do it. Here's a look at the outside again, marbled ultraviolet. I'm gonna give this guy a spin for sure because the marbled shell Cordovan is really special. It's very dramatic, tons of depth and range in this color. Up next here is another Western piece. This is Western ultraviolet shell Cordovan. I think this is a little bit on the dark range from what I normally see in ultraviolet. Honestly, this is my first time looking at these, so I didn't look at the orders. I'm pretty sure this is either violet, like a light version of violet, or a very dark version of ultraviolet. I'm gonna assume it's violet, because sometimes this Western texture squeezes out the color almost of the shells and makes them a little bit lighter. There's something to the textures being imparted into the Cordovan that makes the color a little bit lighter. This one has a matching hand stained edge on all the edges, and then on the inside we've got more of that Western violet shell. Now here, this is for sure a piece of ultraviolet. You can see a little bit more of like a pink tone to the ultraviolet, which was sort of throwing me off. It's like a reddish pink purple, really dynamic shade as you can see here as I spin it around. The color definitely wants to change in front of your eyes. It's a really cool effect. Here's a look at the outside of this Fat Herbie, more of that same ultraviolet shell Cordovan. And here's another fun 13th anniversary wallet. This is our Johnny the Fox. You can see the 13th anniversary stamp. This looks like reverse color 8 shell Cordovan on the interior, and on the exterior, we got some really cool, I believe this is marbled violet shell Cordovan. You can see more of a straightforward purple shade, and then it sort of ranges down to more of these golden tan colors. Up next, we have a watch strap, and I believe this is a 20mm lug width watch strap. All of our watch straps have one floating keeper and then one fixed keeper. This one is a single layer, although it looks like the customer has requested to have this one have a contrasting stitch along the outside. And I have another lucky wallet here. This looks to be Tumbled shell Cordovan, and I think this is Tumbled color 8 shell Cordovan. You can see the tumbling on the shells make the color a little bit more pale and a little bit lighter. There's also something that happens in the tumbling action of the Cordovan that makes it open up a little bit. So it's a little bit soft and velvety feeling, which is, it's really nice. And then as you wear it, I've noticed these fill back in just with normal use. And this is a really good representation of the difference and the range that we see in the tumbled shells. On the back piece here, it's really dramatic, more pebbled of an effect. And the inside, it's a little bit more subtle. Another great marbled piece here. This is a total stunner. We've got marbled black shell Cordovan for this Fat Herbie, and we also have hidden card slots underneath each of them. So you can see the marbled shells card slot sitting on top of this black shell here. There's a large open compartment underneath each of those, and we've got the same thing going on each side. Let's look at the outside here. We've got incredible marbled black shell Cordovan. I'm gonna do my best to show off this color. It sort of ranges from a black to a darker forest green to a little bit more of a subtle green, and then it ranges down to that orangey tan shade. Now I've got a few blue things to show you. This is our comb sheath, and I believe this is denim blue shell Cordovan. We also have intense blue shell Cordovan, which is much darker and reads a little bit more black. It's like a dark navy color, the intense blue. The denim blue has a little bit more of like an aqua blue undertone. Here's another great Johnny the Fox in the blue shell Cordovan with a contrasting rust color stitching along the outside. And on the interior, we've got some more of that denim blue shell. Another denim blue shell Cordovan Johnny the Fox. This time it has a contrasting cream color stitching along the border. And on the inside, we've got a reverse blue interior. And this interior is great looking. It looks like some epic splatter on the reverse blue. We've also got the 13-year stamp in the gold foil on this guy. And one more blue piece to show you. This is our Capone money clip with a contrasting neon yellow stitching. That looks really, really cool. Natural waxed and burnished edge for this guy. And then more blue on the inside, except this is the lizard texture. A couple more stunners to show you. This is another vertical 8-slot wallet, but this time it does not have a bill slot on the exterior. This is the vertical 8-slot Bugs Moran epic splatter reverse blue shell on natural shell Cordovan for the top 2 card slots. Another great one here, Tony the Ant, this time with a reverse black interior. I know the reverse black doesn't look black. Don't hate me. It's not what I do. I don't make this leather. That just so happens that the reverse side of the black shell is green. And the reason that is because the black dyes that Horween uses are tinted with a little bit of green. So when they dip this leather into a barrel after they've applied the dye, some of that color migrates off to the backside of the leather. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. Let me prove it to you. On the inside center, you can see the Horween ink stamp right there. This is the reverse side of black shell, because if I flip it over, this piece of leather here is that same exact piece, which you can see is black. So black shell Cordovan on the outside with a nice reverse interior. Up next is another piece of reverse black, and this is a great chance for me to show you the range of color on the black shell Cordovan on the reverse side. So you can see the one that we looked at a moment ago is a little bit darker, almost like a little bit more blue tinted and more vibrant of a color, where this Capone money clip is a little bit more tan and more of a pale shade. And we sometimes see this. It's a little bit less frequent that we see this more tan reverse side of the black shell, but it's really cool. This is a cool pale looking reverse black. And then the inside, we have a Horween USA stamp. This is the measuring machine stamp that Horween places. And we cut the measurement on the inside bottom right underneath that 13th anniversary stamp. Here's another great one. Vertical card slots on this tall Tony the Ants. So we've got 4 vertical card slots, 2 on each side with a hidden card slot underneath. You can see color 8 shell Cordovan in the center with epic splatter reverse color 8 for all these card slots. That's a really, really cool look. Here's a look at the exterior. We have more epic splatter on reverse color 8 shell Cordovan, and this one is a total stunner. Now, I mentioned this was a tall Tony the Ant. That's because this bill slot goes all the way up to the top. We don't have the thumb notch, so you get a large open compartment in the center here. And the last wallet of the day, another total stunner. This is a really fun variant and a customer modification on our Bugs Moran wallet. We've got a couple things going on here. Normally, Bugs Moran looks just like this, although this one is hand stitched with what we call the candy cane stitch. So we have 2 alternating colors of green, going back and forth, hand stitching this one closed. On the outside left, we have a quick access card slot back here, which looks really nice, natural waxed and burnished edge. And then on the interior, we've got a combination of a few things. This is the vertical card slots on the right, except we've omitted one of them. So one singular vertical card slot, hidden card slot underneath. And then on the left, we have our traditional Bugs Moran interior, except it's just one of the larger card slots. It's a really cool combination here that our customers are coming up with. I haven't done these videos in a while because it's kind of a pain for us to make one-offs, but we really like doing it just to see what you guys come up with. And we do have leather here to make things. So you won't see us promoting this too much, but we are happy to do them. You can just send us an email to info@ashlandleather.com. It's kind of like our private stock items, except you get to pick it out yourself. The only difference is on the custom stuff, the made to order stuff, we charge a 10% custom fee to allow us the extra time to make each of these one by one. And the other drawback for made to order is it takes a little bit of extra time. So right now we're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks to have a custom wallet made. I'm gonna come back to this guy. Really love the look of that sort of squeezed out color on the Western texture English tan Dublin. I'm gonna go with this for my stunner of the day. Let me know which one was yours. There's a lot of good ones to pick from. I don't think you can really go wrong. And if this is your wallet in the video here, or if you just saw your wallet in the video, give us a shout out. Let us know how it turned out. But either way, let me know what your stunner of the day was. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this custom wallet order video. Hope you have a good one and take care.